I want to look at repairs, retentions and referrals. Here we go. That's what I want to look at with you. Because once you've had the surveyor's report and you have to produce the mortgage offer, we now want to see what we want to do with this property. Because the surveyor, she's gone in, she's checked it out and she's come back with some recommendations. And what I'm going to do now is show you some photographs that the surveyor's sent you, because she's been there, had a look, of some big defects in the property. Your job is to tell me whether it's a repair here, just might need an undertaking, whether it's a retention, so the repair is really important and they're going to retain some money, or whether it's a referral to another specialist. So that's what I want you to tell me as I reveal the picture. Remember, this is either a repair, so just get it repaired, it'll be all right. A retention, so we're going to keep £1,000 back whilst you get the job done. Or referral, look, we can't go any further until we refer it to somebody else. That's what the surveyor is going to do. So let's share with you the first photograph. Here we go. Ta-da! Now this is the back garden of the property. It's a rural property, it's out in the countryside. And there's a distinct smell from the back garden. That's not rainwater, by the way. Bethany's typing. You recognise that, haven't you, straight away, by the sound of it. It's a distinct hummy smell, a sewagey type of. This is evidence of a failed drainage field. Now, out in the countryside, people don't have mains drains, do they? They rely on cesspits or septic tanks. A septic tank is a massive circular thing buried deep in the garden, where all of the excess water in the house goes through the pipes into this septic tank. The septic tank, all the solids sink down to the bottom. Don't go any more detail than that one. And the excess water then drains off into what they call a drainage field, which drains off for 20, 30, 40 metres sometimes and just gets dispersed into the ground. Now, when the drainage field fails, the water backs up and starts to get into the grass, as you can see. That's raw sewage. That's not nice. So in this situation, you would want to get a referral to a specialist drainage engineer. You see, a surveyor's a surveyor. She's not a drainage engineer. It's not her trade. She surveys property. If she senses danger, she will get you to talk to somebody else. So what would happen here is the applicant would have to employ a drainage engineer for £500, £600, £700 to go and do a report on the drains to see if they can be fixed. If so, how much? And there may well be a retention put into the mortgage offer. That's a drainage field. Okay, come back to that one. Here we have another picture for you. I bet you've recognised, I bet you'll see these all afternoon now when you're out and about. What's this called? And would it be a repair, a retention or a referral? If you look at the age of that tie bar, that's probably 200 years old. So what happened in the old days, very quickly, is that when properties were built, because they didn't have cavities. Nowadays we have cavity walls, two walls, connected together. We have cavities. In the old days, they just had a single skin of property with a roof. But what would happen is that they would bow, given time, because the weight of the roof, etc., would bow. They used to use heavy slates back in the day. And what they then would do is they would put in this tie bar, which was a massive, great big metal bar that went right through the house. And then they'd screw these tight like a big nut, and it would draw a bit like a corset, isn't it? Draw the property back together. They call them tie bars. Perfectly acceptable. If you look at the picture, this one's been around forever, and they are just a beautiful decorative piece, that's all. You'd be all right with that one. If it's long-standing, hasn't moved, the surveyor would tell you that, then you should be okay with that. This one's a bit more worrying. This is structural movement now. Can you see the crack in two properties, like extension probably there as well? Structural movement there, which is evident of movement of the property. And Mo, you talked about heave and subsidence. That's probably what's causing this. The earth moving, drying out or getting too wet, or insufficient foundations put in the property, and you've got these issues here. Now if you look closely, you'll notice it's been painted over a couple of times or patched up. So this is moving still. So would this be a repair, retention or referral? Definitely retention, definitely, yeah. You're not going to lend on this, are you? But what you would do first, though, is you'd refer this to a structural engineer. A structural engineer is a different type of person to the surveyor. A structural engineer, she's trained in structural engineering aspects of property, and she'll know what this is going on here, what issues are here, whether the foundations are insufficient. So it's another report, I'm afraid, a structural engineer's report on the property. Okay, here's one for you. This is some evidence of wet rot, this one. This is on the stairs, isn't it? Wet rot. Repair, retention or referral? Wet rot on the stairs. Repair. You definitely want that repaired, wouldn't you? It depends on the extent of it, of course, and whether it's old or new or current. Obviously fix the problem if there's damp coming through the property. You need to fix that problem very quickly and then repair it depending on how structural that piece of wood is. You could get a woodworm or damp proof report on the property. Repair earlier tends to be a bit over the top. Problem is with woodworm and damp proof companies is they're in the business of providing you with inspections, so their report will recommend doing the work, which is always an issue, isn't it? This one's more to worry about. This is dry rot. Horrible. You notice this one, horrible picture. These spores that's coming through from the ground. This is mushroom spores. They'll go into the air and infect your lungs. There's all sorts of issues with damp, but this is dry rot, which is nasty. Again, that's a full referral to a dry rot engineer and a full retention. Yeah, definitely referral there, Bethany. Well done. This is rising damp. This is coming up from the floorboards or from the foundations up to the property. You can see that. They've tried to repair it. As you can see, it's rising damp. There's damp coming up from the foundations. There's no damp proof course there, you see, which is the problem. So that needs to be, drill some holes in there, put some damp proof injections in there to prevent the water from rising. That's rising damp. Again, you'll probably want a retention for that one. You know, clear up that plaster, fix the problem, replaster the whole thing up to probably head level, and start again. Just finish off a couple more for you. Here we have tree roots in the back garden. This tree is very close to the wall, as you can see there, and these tree roots are causing all sorts of problems. I think this video will work. Let's just see if this one works for you.
If you plant an oak tree near your house, its roots can slowly undermine the foundation. Oak trees develop powerful taproots and wide lateral roots that can extend 30 to 50 meters, 100 to 160 feet from the trunk. These roots exert enormous mechanical pressure, strong enough to fracture rock, lift pavement, and exploit tiny cracks in concrete. As the roots grow thicker, they can push against foundation walls, disrupt drainage systems, and extract moisture from the soil beneath the house. This soil shrinkage causes uneven settling, leading to cracks in floors, walls, and the base of the structure. Damage that worsens silently over decades.
Yuck. I love the AI movies nowadays. It's amazing what you can do, isn't it? Definitely retention and referral. A tree, you want an arborical engineer, somebody who deals with trees anyway, to go in there and do an inspection. The tree might have to come down or at least pollarded to prevent the roots from damaging the property. Here's another little photograph of real roots damaging some pipe work. Because roots, of course, are seeking out water. What's in pipes? Water. So it's like an alien, isn't it? I'm guessing. Just very quickly, here's the knotweed from earlier. Japanese knotweed in the garden. Look at this little girl there with the knotweed in the back garden. Definitely wanted to stop that. Again, you can have a proper report for that one, or a full retention probably in that situation, or you're just not going to lend. And the last picture for you is this one. Very old, dated electrical systems in the property. Look at the danger of this electrical system. It's from the 19th century, this one, though. Original electrics. Again, you want to get an electrical report engineer out to survey the property. Again, the problem with electrical reports is they're done by electricians who'd rather like the work. So you have to be a bit careful. There's a bit of unconscious bias going on there in their report, unfortunately. So there's just examples of repair, retention or referral.